I want to welcome everyone to another episode of Behind the Shades. It's your host, Terrain, and we have another fantastic episode for you guys today. It's you, it's our guest, and it's me, Mr. Behind the Shades himself. But before you see today's video, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So let's get into today's episode.
Considered binge eating what you're going through, where you would eat a lot of this food and then stop, then eat a lot again and then stop? And if so, how was that mentally on you as a person?
Oh, yeah. And yeah, I think there's different levels of disordered eating and binging. And I think people have this like, well, I don't binge eat because I'm not bulimic or a form of bulimia, which binge technically is. And it was like, okay, pizza is a weekend food or ice cream is a weekend food or whatever it is. And you get to the weekend and then it's like, okay, this is the day that I can have the ice cream. So then it's like, it's all hell breaks loose basically. And it's like, then you eat it and you have no idea what's going on. So you're restricted. So you feel like maybe you feel great. You're like, wow, I'm so disciplined. I have so much willpower. I'm so good at this whole eating healthy thing. Then you have, I'm just going to use ice cream. Then you have ice cream. Then you feel super guilty and gross and ashamed. And you have this like internal dialogue where you're constantly beating yourself up because, well, you should be able to control yourself around ice cream, but like you can't, you're not good enough. Like this person can do it and you can't. And so then through the guilt and the shame, then you restrict again. Then you work out extra hard the next day. Then you only eat salads for the next 2 weeks because of the ice cream that you ate or whatever it is. And then you'll someday want ice cream or you'll allow yourself to have ice cream. We have this like permission thing too. And it's this cycle of like feeling really great. I'm eating really healthy to eating the quote bad food, feeling super guilty about it. And it's this constant cycle that it's hard to break out of because, and what I work with people on is that food, I'm going to continue to use ice cream. You have to work through and like remind yourself that there are no rules with it, which means that at the beginning of breaking down those rules is your body's going to want ice cream all the time. And you're going to be like, Sarah, like, I can't, I've had ice cream for the past 5 days. Like I feel out of control with it. I feel like this looks like I don't care about what I'm eating. Eventually the novelty and the excitement around it will fade because then your brain is reminded, oh, I can have this whenever I want. So then you'll start to listen and be like, oh, I don't actually want ice cream tonight. I want X, Y, and Z. Or I don't want anything. I realize I'm just using food because I'm bored. And then there'll be times when it's like, oh my God, I want ice cream so badly. I cannot wait to have it versus it being like a chore that it's like, well, I have to have ice cream because this is my one day to have it out of the month or the week or whatever it is. And you have to work through getting to a place, which is super scary. And I acknowledge that. So anyone who's listening that's like, I'm not doing that. That's never going to happen then you're going to stay in that cycle. And that's why like having support and like doing it on your own is so scary because then you're left alone with all those thoughts in your head that have been programmed to tell you that eating ice cream is bad and that you should never do it. And that if you do it, you're a bad person. You don't deserve love. Like good luck ever feeling good in your body. Like you look like crap. And that voice is the one that we have to talk to the most. So when there's support and when you have people, even if it's family or friends or whatever it is, to help you talk through like, it's okay. Like I have clients who are like, I'm so happy I can talk to you about this versus just like stewing in my brain because like even just saying it out loud is like, when you say it out loud, sometimes you're like, oh, that thought, like, I don't like that thought. Like, I don't want to think that way. And it's hard work. Like leaving diets and diet culture is harder than staying in it. Right. And it's because it's scary because we're so tied to, well, what happens if I gain weight? Or what if I gain 5 pounds from eating that ice cream for the week? Am I ever going to not want ice cream? and that's the cycle that you get in, and it's hard work to get out of it. But when you can get out of it and work through it, and you do it with one food, you know, you can do it with the other foods, and it's like it's such a big weight off of your shoulders, and you're not constantly stressed about how food's going to feel in your body or how it's going to affect you. It is so freeing.